Today we brought together trans and gender diverse elders and aged care service providers for a really important project called Kinfolk. Kinfolk is about the rights of trans and gender diverse elders to be their authentic selves. It's about dignity and it's about choice. And by choice in this context, we mean the rights of trans and gender diverse elders to determine who they are and our responsibility to support them. And by dignity, we mean our actions to support trans and gender diverse elders to be themselves. Today we saw the best of what is. We saw beautiful aged care service providers making commitments about dignity and choice for trans and gender diverse elders.
Figure it out. I understand that there are various gender identities and how you can express them. Please let me know how we can help you.
I understand that you might be fearful of discrimination when you come to my service. I'm going to work with my staff to make sure they're fully educated and are able to provide you with a culturally safe service.
I understand that you may feel fearful about the responses that you may get from other residents or that you may feel from families and visitors. And we will ensure that you get the right to your privacy and respect living in this community.
I understand that some service providers may ask transgender people unnecessary and invasive questions, and this can rob you of your dignity. We will ensure staff are educated to support you and ensure that you're seen as a person and not just a gender.
I understand you may wish to share your private and personal information with us. This is your choice whether you want to or not. We will support you with any choices you may wish.
I will listen when you tell me your name and I will respect it. I will refer to you by the name you give me and the personal pronouns you choose. I will make sure salutations are correct for who you are. Please tell me if your service provider does not respect your name or pronouns and I will talk to them.
I understand how important it is that we take full responsibility for our workforce training and do not expect you to educate us. I understand that home care workers who come to your home are entering your private space and must respect your privacy and circumstances.
I know that navigating the health system is really difficult. So as a GP, I will help you to navigate that system, to find people who are gender inclusive and not transphobic.
I understand that decisions about your gender identity and expression are yours. If your family do not respect your decisions, we can work with you and your family to ensure they understand that these are decisions that come from you.
I understand you have the right to choose how you express your gender identity. I will listen to your needs, respect your gender identity, and provide genuine options to support you.
I know that there's a transphobic myth that people revert back to their gender assigned at birth if they experience dementia. I'm committed to busting that myth, so make sure you don't experience that at my service.
If your gender identity or expression is restricted by family members, staff, other consumers, or anyone else, I will advocate for your right to choose.
I know that it's hard for GPs to understand trans people, and particularly trans people as they get older. So I will help to train as many GPs as I can to understand and know the way you want to be treated as a patient.
I understand that if you have dementia, you may not be able to ask family or staff for the support you need. I will advocate for you.
As an aged care assessor, I will ensure that I ask questions that are relevant, respectful and inclusive. Please feel free and welcome to let me know anything that might be helpful so that I can ensure that I can better meet and understand your care needs.
And we think it's also really incredibly important that we address this myth that all trans and gender diverse people who have dementia revert to gender assigned at birth. In fact, we know from the evidence that that is not the case. But what is the case is that for trans and gender diverse people who develop dementia, they may lose the capacity for self-determination, which may mean that family members and service providers step up and say, I don't approve of your gender expression. They might find that their right to be their authentic self is curtailed. And so part of our message is that it's not about dementia, it's about our attitudes. It's about the attitudes of family members, it's about the attitudes of service providers, and it's about attitudes in the broader community. And aged care service providers have got a pivotal role to play in helping create safe and culturally inclusive spaces for trans and gender diverse elders until we address this problem of transphobia.
Test 1, 2. Oh, there's bright lights up there.
Sal, tell us what you thought of today.
Today for me was an absolute blast in all sorts of ways. I guess it was just a powerful day hearing people express how they will help us as a trans and gender diverse community. Look at the green eyes.
How do you feel about aged care services after today?
I feel scared. I am not at all comfortable about the general aged care sector being able to provide the resources that we know are going to be an issue into the future as not only transgender, as older folk in the broader community go into care. There's this great tsunami of baby boomers going to hit, and government funding is going to be tougher and tougher. So there's going to be more pressure. Now, if I had these folk being involved in my care, I would be confident.
How do you feel today?
I feel much more comfortable moving further into the aged care sector, and even the possibility of out-of-home care into residential services. Thanks, everyone.
Well, the cake was lovely. Thank you, Sally Conning. Lime green. Is it still on my face? Just check that, please. What a privilege to work with 3 significant trans elders in our community on this Kinfolk Project. I have learned so much from them, and I want to acknowledge their vulnerability and their courage and preparedness to teach not only me, but all of the aged care providers who are here today about what authenticity looks like, about what respect, dignity looks like moving into aged care.